Heyo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Fat E. I have a idea for a new series that I wanted to test out, test the waters, dip my little toes in, maybe, see what's going on in here. Uh, I really love content about crazy people. Uh, don't care what they are, man, woman, it. If you're crazy, I like reading about you. So, one of my favorite things to read about, to be honest with you, is crazy wife stories. I do feel extremely blessed. I have been married to my wife for almost 3 years now. Not a huge amount of time, but we've known each other for a lot longer than that. We lived together for years before we actually got married to each other. We worked together for years before that, before we decided to live with each other, which led into marriage. So, anyways, I feel very blessed. I do feel that my wife has a great head on her shoulders. She's a very sane woman. And to be honest with you, I think that's why I like consuming this content that I do so much. Or I like it so much. I know English, I promise. Uh, it just blows my mind that there are people out there like this. And to know that I guess I, snagged a real good one, 10 out of 10 here, no complaints. Yeah, it's wild. So we're gonna call this one, I guess right now, Wild Wifin' or Wild Wives. I don't really know yet. We'll figure this out as we go, but yeah, let's get into it. So this first story, I'm kind of torn on this too. I want to give credit where credit's due. I want to tell you guys where I get these stories and everything like that. But on the flip side of that, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Like I don't want to put people out here if they don't want to be put out here. So if one of these happens to be your story, please let me know and I will definitely give you full credit. I'll put you, pin your comment. I'll put you in the description, anything like that. If it's not your story, then cool. If it is, I apologize if you want it to be credited. But again, I'm just not thinking anybody really wants to be associated with any of this right now. So, all right. So this one, we're gonna go ahead and start. We're gonna focus today just on a couple crazy cheating stories. So this one starts out. I am at home with my live-in girlfriend watching TV with my three best friends. In walks my girlfriend and asks us all if we would like to gangbang her. Okay. My friends looked at me and since I my, my friends looked at me and since I was all right, hold on. I obviously don't know how to read. My friends looked at me, and since I knew it was over between her and me at that point, I told them to go ahead, and they did. Okay, cool friends. I was called in when they were done, but refused to have sex with my girlfriend. It's not your girlfriend anymore at that point, bud. I kicked her out the next day. Turns out she had been having sex with every guy I knew. Sounds like they knew. I'm so sorry that you didn't. What is even crazier than the girl you thought you might marry asking your friends to gangbang her is when months later, after I kicked her out of my house, she calls me to meet her for lunch. At the lunch, she said she wanted me to impregnate her because I am good looking, have a good sense of humor, and have a high IQ. She did not want me involved in the child's life and wanted to move back to her family farm to give birth and live with her mother. I'm sure she also wanted child support. I told her no. Should have said yes since I'm sterile and cannot impregnate anyone, but I just told her to get lost and left before ordering lunch. Buddy, don't think that you should have said yes. Why would you want a part of that after everything that she's put in there? Why would you want to go back in there? No, 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 buddy. You did the right thing. I don't know why you would sit here and say should have said yes. That's wild, boy. You wildin'. Crazy, crazy, crazy. How do you even what goes through somebody's brain that's like, no, you know what? He's a good looking guy. He's got a high IQ. I'm going to go get myself pregnant. I guess they do, though. But then they ask for child support. That's wild. So, another one, real quick. The wildest cheating experience I had was with my ex wife. Here we go. I work as a delivery driver, and the company I work for assigns permanent routes. It was just my luck to have my route changed to a new one. I was delivering to customers and businesses as normal and ended up delivering to the store where my wife works. I walked into the delivery area, and there is my wife bent over getting her back dug out by one of her coworkers. Jesus Christ, dude. Whew. I scanned out the packages and skipped signature for that delivery, called my company dispatcher and faked sickness, took my delivery van back to the warehouse, and when I got home, when my wife arrived, Oh, and went home. I apologize. When my wife arrived, she tried to play things off and act normal, but she was caught and I told her as much. I packed my stuff up and moved out and divorced her 4 months later. I hope the divorce itself took 4 months and you didn't wait 4 months to make the decision to divorce her. That is absolutely wild, boy. I'll be the first to tell you, I wouldn't have been quiet about it if I saw it. You're going to have a huge problem in that store. Oh, boy. I just cannot believe people do this to each other. We're going to go with a third one, and then we'll call it quits for this one. Obviously, these will get a little more streamlined and better as we continue the series. So, I was at a party in the country. I was sleeping in a camper, and a married chick crawled into bed with me. Keep in mind that I was single. I said nothing, but she was flirting with me hardcore earlier. Okay. Then about 5 in the morning, I woke up with a raging horn. I started to slide her shorts down. Then she woke up and knew what I was doing, and she took them all the way off. Oh yeah, you know what? We ain't gonna finish that one. We'll go ahead and do a different one. That guy had a great night. I feel real bad for his husband or her husband. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Why do people do this? I don't even like. I'm laughing over here, but I don't find humor in this. It makes me sick to my stomach. Oh man. Well, myself, this is another story, not me. Well, myself, I've never cheated. My husband was heavily addicted to drugs and had sexual addiction as well. Unfortunately, I found out more after the fact. He would use meta glasses as well as hidden Bluetooth to connect to chat groups, trauma groups, dating groups, Snapchat, and talk right in front of me while trying to hide it. Okay, that sounds a little ridiculous. I guess crack and meth give you a cloak of invisibility. They don't. I think you might just not be able to. I don't think. I'm not going to say it. Never mind. He used to try to make me think I was nuts, yet he would use my phone and make phone calls to escorts. He would go as far as to change his Google history, turn his iCloud off, turn his location off, have a couple SIM cards, different phone numbers, different phones. Honey, you cannot be that retarded, man. That is so many flags. Oh my God. I gotta find my place. Got fitted for hearing aids even though he doesn't require them. Got to the point where my cameras caught a few things crazy, the lengths of the lies people will go to cover their tracks. There's tons more. One day I'll tell a story. And I said, bitch, like, are you? I feel so bad for you. For, like, you as a person, not even for what your husband did to you. I hope you're doing better. God bless you, and I hope you're doing better. I, I think I'm going to go ahead and leave this one here. Uh, I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.